Hey everybody, this is Ruben Lowing. I had a pretty exciting day. Um, I got to the office fairly early, um, working on this guy. We were starting off looking at a term policy for him, and he got raided, and he didn't like that. He didn't like it. He was going to cancel the whole thing. I was like, oh man. And but then he's like, what's that going to cost me? And he's like, I just want to do an IUL, right? And so his rating on an IUL made zero difference in his premium compared to um, a term, and that's something. So we did an IUL today, right? And then I had a hybrid meeting, in person and on Zoom. So I had somebody on Zoom and somebody sitting in person, and Bernadette virtually did the presentation for me, right? Got to follow up with the lady um, that was on Zoom, but the guy that was there, I got his Finance 101. We're going to talk on Monday and do his PFS. But I didn't make as many calls today, but I got a lot more production done today. I got a lot done today. Very exciting. Um, it reminded me of like when I started boxing, and I jumped up like a girl, like a girl in the schoolyard, hop in between every, and then like in 4 days, I'm like, what changed? I just all of a sudden my body, I could just do it. That's what's happening right now with my business, right? I'm just, you know, I've made enough phone calls. I've talked to enough people. I've done enough, you know, business and illustrations. I've graduated to being a big boy. Okay. Um, it's exciting. It's very exciting. And, now it's, helping other people get past that hurdle. I mean, I got some staying power. I ain't afraid of, people looking at me frowny face and telling me no and doubting me. Yeah, my whole life, you know, it's like, people. How do you handle? How do you fight guys with such long reach? Like they all got long reach on me, right? It ain't no different. Okay, but people that aren't used to that, man, I mean, they put that barrier up, that veil up. It's like crepe paper, you know. There's nothing to it really. You can blow right through it, but it causes people to stop. They hesitate. Hesitation kills. Okay. Um, I was on the way home tonight. And I'm thinking, my whole life I've been saying, we may get reduced to the day of the road warrior, but I'm going to survive. There's going to be some people on my tread, but I'm surviving. This is a different kind of battle. You know, um, I talked to a lot of people in my church. They're all righteous. They study the word, right? They study. They know all the Hebrew meaning and they know Hebrew thought and all that, right? But they got this together, okay? They haven't got this together. And Roy Jones Sr. say, if you're one thing, you'll be that way in anything else. If you're a winner, you're going to be a winner. If you're a quitter and a loser, you're going to be a quitter and a loser. You know, Pastor Roney always tells me, says in the Bible, it says, he who can be trusted with little can be trusted with much. But he who cannot be trusted with little can't be trusted with the kingdom. Right? There's something to tell you, something there, right? The challenge is does money control you or do you control your money? Okay? If you're in control of your money, I think that's what God wants. God wants the faithful to be in control of the money, and they're not. and that's why we're in the problem that we're in. Okay. There's this, somebody was saying today, if somebody gave you $1 million a day, it'd be 270 years before you reach $1 trillion. Okay. And we got almost $31 trillion in debt in this country. All right. And they're fighting over, this raising the debt ceiling. And what has to happen is there's, 65 million baby boomers left that are all coming up on retirement, drawing Social Security and Medicare, Medicaid, the interest on the debt. And more of them are coming, right? If they raise the debt ceiling this year, they got to raise it again next year. And we got 10 more years left before there's nothing left, okay? And we got to get people off the public dole. That new app, Chat GPT, I ask it, how many people have a sustainable income outside of the government subsidies? There has to be 880 million people have to have a sustainable income of $50,000 a year that's not a government entitlement. It's not tied to the government to avert this financial crisis, this financial collapse. In our business, in just WSB, which is like 60% of WFG, right? There's been like 6,600 people that have reached the $50,000 a year income from their business, that they're making money whether they do anything or not. They have a team and they're getting it override on their team. Okay, not counting how many people got. So you figure there's 40 cents, so 40% from the blue team. Okay, so you probably got 10,000 people. All right, and you figure at least that many got that kind of income stream coming in from their investments from those people producing. So now you got 20,000. So if you get 20,000 people from our company, okay, and our company provides 50% of all the Index Universal Life that's written in the country. So let's say 40,000 people, okay. That's not even a drop in the bucket. I'm sorry, 880,000 people have to get, so we got 840,000 people to go to reach that sustainable income of $50,000 a year to avert this financial crisis. We need more people to do this, and more people need to be helped. And I'm all into that battle. All right. See you on the front line.